Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a Make Your Mark Euros Mudryk player review. Now, we bought the card for around 400,000 coins, 399,000 coins to be exact, and he can play either as a left winger or a left mid. Now, just looking at the face of the card, you can already tell we have an extremely fast 99 pace and extremely agile left wing, left mid card, who is probably best at running up the left flank. Then he can either put a cross in the box or more likely will cut in and take a shot on his right foot, which is his strong and preferred foot. But if we dig a little bit deeper, you'll be able to see he has 4 playstyle pluses, and it might as well be 3 because, to be honest, this flare pass is a little bit pointless, but he still has 3 playstyle pluses, and he has technical plus and rapid plus, which make his dribbling seem absolutely outstanding, and the ping pass is a bit of an extra bonus. It'll mean that his ground passing will feel a lot smoother and quicker, but it's also not the most relevant playstyle for a winger. But regardless, EA have also gifted him 5-star, so 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, so no issues there. As standing only 5'9", he is fairly short, but it should make his pace and dribbling feel amazing. So now it's time to go to a couple of games, and I will let you know what I think. So I have gone ahead and played a couple of games with him. I think I've played 7 games with him. He has got 7 goals and 2 assists. But I'm going to basically rate each of his stats. So first up is his pace. To quickly sum up his pace, it is extremely good, as you would expect from someone who has 99 pace, and he also has 99 acceleration and 99 sprint speed. So as you can expect, in open areas he is great at running, but the rapid playstyle plus also means he is still fast even in really tight areas where you're dribbling around defenders, and I guess this is also helped by his high agility, which I think is 98, and is also quite small stature. So not much to say here, except he is amazing. His pace is absolutely brilliant, probably one of the fastest cards in the game, and I'll rate this 10 out of 10. Now we move on to his shooting, which has a base stat of 91. To be honest, his shooting was quite mediocre, especially outside of the box. When he's cutting in from the wing and he's just outside of the box, he struggled to finish past the keeper, and despite his shot power, his shots actually felt quite weak. This being said, he did still score me a ton of goals. His attacking positioning is great, and if you utilise his pace right, you can get him in a lot of 1v1 opportunities by just playing him a through ball. And in these 1-on-1 opportunities, he is extremely reliable, and he will score virtually every time. Just to add to the bad aspects though, his volleying stat is close to 70, so of course he would not be great at that, but then again he is also a winger, so he doesn't really need to use his volleying skills too much, and he also does have quite a low penalty stat. While he is pretty pointless in the air, he is 5'9", so he is not winning any headers, but again, what wingers are tall. So I will give him his shooting a 7 out of 10. His passing has the same base stat as his shooting of 91, but it definitely feels a lot better than his shooting. He can do pretty much everything in terms of passing, whether it's short passes, long passes, in the ground or in the air, which is actually a little surprising, as his long pass is only 87 and curve 83, but I actually found he could switch the play very effectively, and his diagonals across the pitch were great. Equally, his crosses into the box were more effective than most wingers I have used, and strikers, or just any player in general, seem to be able to get onto that ball and header it into the back of the net. Something that I also really liked about this card was his lob through balls. They were actually really good, and they could split defenses pretty easily. But if I were to say one complaint, it would be his crosses were quite a bit loopy, and they weren't really that flat, which does sometimes give the keeper an opportunity to come out and catch the ball. But I mean, I was still able to score from his crosses, so I won't complain. And regardless, his passing will be a solid 9 out of 10. His second highest stat is dribbling, and that's what we will be reviewing now. So his base stat is 93, and aside from his agility that is 98, virtually all of his individual stats are also 93. And this is probably on par with his pace. This is because he already has good stats for dribbling all around, but his playstyles make him feel even more sticky, and his ball control is just amazing. This is also helped by him only being 5'9", which means his agility is great. And he's really quick to change directions and can twist between defenders and squeeze past them really nicely. This is all topped off by his 5-star skills, which just make him even more fun to use. And yeah, all around a great dribbling stat. So this will be another 9 out of 10. On to his defending, and this is where his stats seem to decline. But do you ever really see wingers defending anyway? Regardless, I will still say a few words on it. So he is alright in terms of he can put a tackle to you, but he doesn't really get into situations where he can or has an opportunity to make a tackle. And he does also get shrugged off when trying to make a challenge just because he is so weak. Things don't really get better when it comes to his interceptions off either, because he only has 42 interceptions and 60 slice tackle. But what I will say is that because he is so fast, he can track back and cover runs if he has to, or when you're defending a counter attack, he can just get back and he has like another player helping to defend. So I will give him 6 out of 10 for defending, especially considering he is a winger. Now the last stat is physicality, and this is probably the biggest flaw of the card. While on the face of the card he has 80 physicality, his strength is actually merely a 70, which means he can easily get bodied off the ball. But he is kind of safe because he is so fast he can sprint past defenders. But the issue is when he is side by side a defender on the wing, we'll mostly just get bodied off the ball and there's not too much you can do about it, to be honest. Meaning with this card you really have to either dribble past your man to be a defender or take a heavy touch and hope you don't get bodied and just sprint past them. But you can't really be side by side. So I will give him a 6 out of 10. And he is slightly safe just because of the pace, which is able to kind of hide the fact he is quite weak. So overall, should you buy this card or should you not? Well, what I will say is a very good card, but the main issue is his price point. So I paid 400,000 for him, but I would personally say at 300k, he is a card you should be buying if you did already have the top tier winger. And this card should definitely be used on the wing, not as a left mid option. Something I would also say he has going for him is that he is probably in the weakest Euros group, so he also has a good chance of getting some upgrades, which obviously will boost the stats of the card. So hopefully you found this review useful, and if you did, make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time.